So we're back here at BENSALEM Memorial Field, where we have overtime for the first time this year. I'm Mark Kolodinsky, along with Dave Fazzini, for NASD TV. And both of these offenses, again, have been very good, each scoring 28 points in 4 quarters.
A very confusing overtime situation. Apparently unfamiliar with the overtime ritual. There's some sort of ceremony taking place down there, very reminiscent of when Aslan was about to be sacrificed at the stone table in the Chronicles of Narnia. This is a really, really weird procedure happening downstairs. No one knows what's happening at all.
So Vogelai with 3 touchdown passes on the game, and Sheldon Mayer with 2 touchdown runs, both long ones. And these teams, 4 quarters, not enough to settle it, so we will go to a 5th quarter.
This really does speak to the even-matchedness of these two teams. These two teams came out and they were trading blows. They're going blow for blow, touchdown for touchdown, going back and forth the entire game. And this is probably the way that this game was destined to be settled. Mano y mano at the end, overtime. We shall see what happens.
How important is it to win this coin toss?
Winning this coin toss is vital for both teams here. Both teams are able to score on one drive. You need to win the coin toss.
Well, the captains are out there. Curtis Haley, you can't even see his number anymore. He's covered in mud. And those guys down there in the trenches, that's what they do. They get covered in mud. They pave the path for Sheldon Mayer, who normally gets all the glory. And great job all game by these big guys up front, making it happen for Mayer, breaking him off for these big gains, creating the paths that he needs to break off these 50-yard runs.
The big guys up front are really vital to this Norristown offense, busting open holes for Sheldon Mayer and Sam Kellejour and all the rest of the guys. And they've just been doing a good job all game. Here's the coin toss.
Captains for BENSALEM: John Marceline, Ron Vogelli, Tim Farlow, and Tom Vogelai. The captains for Norristown, as they win the toss, so a college-style overtime applies in high school football. And the Eagles
team gets a shot, and then they're going to, if they can't do it, they can't do it.
So the BENSALEM offense has been very successful so far tonight, and they'll come out to the 10-yard line. And now they'll run their offense. They'll pick up 0, 3, 7 points, whatever it is. And then the Eagles will get their shot to match it. And whichever team comes out with more points wins. If they're still tied, we'll do it again. No game clock applies in this situation. So the Eagles deferring on the coin toss in order to see what BENSALEM does. Then they know how to react with their offense, knowing if they have to go for it on 4th down, or if they just have to kick a field goal, that type of thing. Well, here they are with Farlow in the normal quarterback position. He takes the snap, runs to the outside, and does not get anything. He might have lost a yard.
spirited contest of wills, not only on the field, but also in the stands, as each side is determined that his side is best. Fighting battles with words, and the clashing of pads and the clashing of helmets can be heard above the uproarious din.
Vogelai is now back there once again. He's got 3 wide receivers. All 3 of them are dangerous. And now here's Vogelai throwing for the end zone. It is incomplete. It appeared that Tom Vogelai had it, but it indeed slipped out of his grasp as he fell to the turf. And it'll be 3rd down and goal from the 11.
3rd down and goal from the 11 in this overtime contest.
Now, if they don't get this, they could kick a field goal, and then the Eagles would be able to kick the field goal of their own to tie it and send it into a second overtime. Or if they were able to score a touchdown,
win it.
They would win the game. If they scored nothing, they would lose. But BENSALEM has a chance right here to score a touchdown. They have not been stopped just yet. Here's Vogelai rolling out to his left, dodging the pressure, but not for long. Flips it to LaSalle, and they end up losing only 2 on that play. Could have been a lot more. Great improvisation by Vogelai, but very dangerous and didn't really amount to much of anything.
A very dangerous and risky move there by Vogelai. But what better way to finish this season than with a spirited overtime contest? This is a great way to end these seniors. Obviously, a loss would really hurt, but this is a close game, a spirited contest, and it really speaks to a lot of what has been right about the Norristown Eagles football season. Hard-fought football games, really good, solid play, good work.
So Jerry Davis will attempt a 28-yarder to give BENSALEM the lead in overtime. It's up. It is good. Jerry Davis boots a 28-yarder through, and his offense didn't do him any good. They lost him 2 yards on the drive, forcing him to kick a 28-yarder, but that's just what he did. Lined up from the left hash, not in the center, and he missed a big extra point earlier in this game. If he made that, it would have been a whole different game. We might not be here, but he put that behind him, kicks a huge field goal here. That's not an easy shot for him or for any high school kicker, and now the Eagles have a set of downs of their own to try to win this game or tie it.
The crowd exhorting their fans onto greater and greater heights. The fans are screaming. It is an atmosphere of unbelievable. It's like the Colosseum in ancient Rome. One cannot get a sense for how epic this is unless you are indeed here.
Ramsey under center with 2 wide receivers and 2 in the backfield. Ball at the 10, 1st and 10. Sheldon Mayer looked stopped at first, but was not down and squirms his way to the 6. So it'll be 2nd and goal from there. And again, if the Eagles score a touchdown on this drive, they win the game. Extra point isn't even necessary. If they are able to only get 3 out of it, we'll go to a second overtime. If they're held scoreless, game over. BENSALEM will take home their 5th W of the year. And they're going to go with the formation in which Ramsey splits out wide and Good receives the snap. I like to call it the Wildcat. Here's Good. Going to the outside. He's got speed, but not enough. And he's spilled in the backfield for a 3-yard loss.
The crowd's going crazy here. Again, they're rabid with intensity for their fighting Owls. I don't do that right there with the Wildcat formation if I'm Coach Smith on that play. I run it right up the gut again. Very, very tough decision.
3rd and goal from the 8. We may get a chance to see how clutch Ian Hammer can be in his final game at Norristown, but the Eagles offense hopes that we will not get to see him. They want to score a touchdown. Here's Ramsey, drops back to throw. Scrambling, heads for the pylon. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, James Ramsey, and the Eagles win. Your final score, 34-28, and the Eagles run out of here They get their record on the season to an even 500 at 5-5. And wow, what a great way to finish a game. What a great way to finish a season, despite the lack of a playoff run for the Eagles. Very exciting game. It feels great for Ramsey to get that thing across the goal line and walk out of here with a win.
This has been an absolutely spirited contest from beginning to end. We had all aspects of football personified here tonight. You had passing touchdowns. You had really fantastic quarterback play on the part of Vogelai. You had brilliant leadership on the part of Ramsey and the Norristown senior linemen. A great job of tackling by Mike Good and Sam Kellijor. Impressive offensive play by Good. All aspects of Norristown football coalesced tonight, and the defense did its job at the end, holding BENSALEM to 3, and then James Ramsey comes through in the clutch with that impressive touchdown, capping off his senior year. Headed into basketball season now on a high. Ramsey also one of the stalwart basketball players. But tonight's about football. Tonight's about these seniors and the great job that they did here.
And the Eagles, you mentioned all the aspects of the game coming together. The defense, they did give up 28 points, but as you said, they made the plays when it mattered the most. The kick coverage came together and was good. The running game came back. Sheldon Mayer was explosive as he was in the first half of the season. And your final score, 34-28 for those reasons. And the Eagles finished the season at 5-5.
It's been a great season bringing you Norristown football, and it's, even though it has been a bit frustrating at parts, and you know, Mark and I have been very honest about our expression of that frustration from time to time. That being said, these guys have done a really good job. They've held it together, and it finalizes here tonight with an impressive win here at BENSALEM Memorial Stadium. I've had a really good time this year bringing you guys Norristown football. Mark, it's been a pleasure working with you this season, and we look forward to doing next year, another year, even bigger, even better, bringing you guys out there in the community, Norristown Eagles football on Channel 28.
It's definitely been fun working with you and working with this, covering this team, and we'll look forward to next year again. A lot of great players coming back. We hope that you'll not only listen in on our broadcasts, but come out to the games and support the team. It's been a fun run this year, despite not having a playoff run this year, but great atmosphere to come out to these games. You saw today the excitement that high school football can feature.
So that's it from BENSALEM Memorial Stadium. I'd like to give some thanks to the crew. We have TJ on camera tonight, first time he's been with us. But Joel Limbowen and Samantha Pitkin have been the stalwart camera people throughout the year. The TJ's there tonight. So for the crew, I'm Dave Fazzini, along with Mark Kolodinsky for Channel 28 Comcast, Channel 45 Fios Verizon. Wishing you good night, good football, and thanks for joining us for another year of exciting Norristown Eagles football action. Take care, everybody. Have a good night.